staying power. So, dying. I want you to know I'm actually sweating from that because I was like, oh no, there's so many people watching me mess this up. I don't know how to do this. I know, thank God. Okay, this is working. Now you guys can start asking questions. We finally did this. Wait, I love this that you can ask questions in here. Oh yeah, isn't that the best? I wanted to get some, just so I knew, I wanted to, kind of make a little bit of a poster and be like, hey, these are going to be the things that we talk about. And then I was like, oh, fuck it. They have their questions. They'll come in here anyways. Oh, man. Oh, how are you feeling? How long have you been back in LA?
It's been so crazy, just so overwhelming. Not having your phone for that long. I was in the hotel for 6 weeks. And then I went
7. I don't want to hear it. I was in quarantine for 47 days.
You were in there for 7?
I was there since June 5th. And that's why when people are like, you were only on there for a second, I was like, first of all, I was in there for longer. They cut me out. And second, because I got in trouble. Second of all, I worked on this for 2 months and spent so much money coming to do this. So I am posting about it as much as I fucking want. Okay?
Yeah, for real. I know. It sucks that you left so abruptly. I was so bummed, because I didn't know you left. Because I didn't get to see the episodes or anything, so I had no idea. And I was like, oh, I'm excited to meet Leslie. And then
I know that they gave me they gave me and Genevieve a really bad edit right before the voting thing. So I think regardless, I would have been voted off with her and Cinco anyways. Because of the one bad edit.
Oh, yeah.
And
so
then
what happened
right after that, they gave me a good edit, I guess. I don't know. But it is what it is. So I would have gone home, I think, anyways. And honestly, the day I left, I almost left on my own the day before just because I was bored. So I felt like a caged animal in there.
You're bored?
I was so bored.
Were you feeling anyone?
To be honest, I was really feeling Cinco, but it was just such a tough situation because I love Trina and I love Cash. And so I understand seeing things from the public eye versus being in there is completely different. People don't realize that they only get about 10% of our day. And it's really hard to show people's true personalities because what you're seeing in that day could possibly be the worst part of somebody's day, and then you're just judging them based off of that. So I went in there only going for Giovanni, and then we walked in and he wasn't in there, and I was like, what the fuck?
Oh no!
Who am I gonna go after now? And I was like, so I just kind of played the field for the first few days. I was like, I'm having fun. I just got 5 new boyfriends, a couple new girlfriends. This is great. So I had fun with it, but then I think once we got into the villa, I still kind of had feelings for Cinco. I saw how all that played out because I knew, I told him before, I was like, you need to fix whatever's going on in your love triangle before you add me into that equation because it's not going to solve anything. And, if we were to ever actually get together and be happy, then, you need to fix this situation because I wouldn't feel okay coming in to all of that. I would have been like, just do your thing, and if we're going to end up together, we'll end up together, and that's just how I feel.
Yeah.
So then everything went down, and, I think Cinco and I were still, we were kind of feeling each other, but whenever I tried to picture us on the outside, it didn't really make sense. And I just know that his feelings for Cash are so strong, and so I was like, you and I are cool, we have a little bit of attraction, but nothing's gonna outweigh those feelings for Cache. Yeah. So then that just boiled down to me not really having a person in there, and I'm not catty, so there was no way that I was gonna be like, this is my man, go away,
Totally. I totally get that. I was literally the last thing I wanted to do when going in there is break up a couple. I was so adamant about not doing that, especially to Cache, because I really respect her and I watched her entire journey and I wanted her to be so happy. I was of course, the one person I did connect was someone she was connected with first, and it was just that whole thing. And I think people, you really do only see the outside perspective of what people are seeing, what people see on TV is not exactly how it went inside.
Exactly. And so a lot of people were asking me, about you and Charlie. Are you gonna ghost him? Do you hate this man? Do you love him? What's going on?
No, I really like Charlie. Like, the thing is, like, you know, we've had our whole experience was a little hot and cold, and like we had a lot of waves of like, because, you know, ultimately I had a hard time with the whole cachet thing, like just her leaving in general. It like hurt me. I was really expecting to go home the night of the recoupling. Yeah. Probably knows all this. We've talked about it, and you know, it didn't work out that way. And I'm not going to speak on her behalf, but like for me, I was like, whoa, this is a lot, because it was such a quick recoupling. It's like, how do you really get to know someone well enough
to like so fast? Everything happens so fast in there.
I was like, holy shit, like what is going on? And Charlie's such a sweet guy, and we did vibe, and we, you know, got along well, and it was just like, it all happened so quickly. And I think like me being who I am, I kind of take a minute to open up to people, like especially in that setting. Like I was still getting used to being like new very late in the game, trying to like feel out the dynamics of everyone in the house, and everyone was so like I was super welcomed and whatever. But you know, we're definitely going to try to work on it. I don't know if you saw that interview that everyone's talking about where he like dropped a bomb on me or whatever. But
I haven't watched anything. Honestly, like I've kind of only talked to the Islanders and done my own thing. I haven't watched any of the season after like they put me in. I was like, I haven't watched any of it. I'm not going to watch any of my parts. Andrew is correct. He said everything is so rushed in there. That's totally true. I haven't watched any interviews because like I also just don't want to get my feelings hurt. I don't want to be like too in my head. Like I think people really want all of us to hate each other, but in reality we all like love each other. Like nobody hates each other. Yeah. I know that the editing makes it look like we're just at each other's throats, but that's just not true. Like there's so much more to our day than the few fights that we have all had in there. And like you're like sleep deprived, not because CBS is bad or anything, but it's just there's so much going on in a day. You're more exhausted than what you would normally be. And then you're up and doing more the next day. And like I said, it felt like a summer camp for swingers. So it was just so much.
So true.
I think that's the best way to describe Love Island. So
that's so accurate. I was saying, I was like, I've never like been to summer camp that felt like this, but it really does feel like this. And then, you know, you're like meeting people and you're like sleeping in the same bed instantly, like right after they were in a relationship, and you're just kind of like, oh, what is this? Like, what are the expectations of me too? And I know Charlie and Cash opened up so fast with each other, and that was such a beautiful moment for both of them. And like, I felt bad because I wasn't opening up like that with him.
Yeah.
Like a lot harder for me. And so we've kind of had these waves, but you know, we definitely do want to still explore things out on the outside. We're just taking it really slow.
Yeah.
Like normal people do in the real world, you know?
It's so rushed, and like you're thinking about like how's this going to happen on the outside and blah, blah, blah. Like with Corey, like for me, I was honestly really surprised that Corey picked me. I thought that he was going to pick Isabel. I was like, this girl just poured her heart out to you. Why did you pick me? But I love Corey. I think he's great. I think for me, like, we sounded so fun together in those first few chats that we had. And I was like, this is great. Like we both ride motorcycles and we both want this crazy adventurous life. And then I just realized that, like, I don't know, there's just something that wasn't clicking on a passionate level for me, where I was like, I didn't really want to jump his bones. And for me, typically whenever I like somebody, it doesn't take me long to warm up at all. Like, I'm totally an open book. And I was really open with Corey and stuff too, but there still just wasn't that, like, we couldn't get past the friendship part, I guess. Like, closer more, things were hot and heavy with everybody. But then I guess whenever we got to the villa, all that pressure hit of, like, you know, those original couples coming back together, and everything just seemed a lot more serious. And I was like, whoa, like, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. And then Olivia just kind of said, she's like, I have feelings for Corey. And I was like, you know, if you can give him those feelings right now versus I don't know if it'll take me a little bit to warm up or if those feelings will ever come, because that's never happened to me before. Typically, if I like somebody, I'm like on target. Like, that is the person I want to go after. And that's just how it happens for me in the real life. And so that not happening for me with Corey was just like, I don't know. I felt like I took an opportunity away from Isabel, even though it wasn't my choice. But I mean, I don't really know exactly where Corey's head was at. If that wasn't working for him, then I can't, like, I'm not mad at him or anything. I still love Isabel to death. And like, I feel really bad that she got hurt. But I mean, everything happens, like we said, so quickly in there that sometimes people make these quick decisions because you are forced to make quick decisions. And then after like a day or so, you're like, was that the right decision? Like, you're so in your head while trying to enjoy the entire experience. So
yeah, and I mean, really can't, like, we can't control anyone else's experience or their, like, you can't control any of it. You can't control other people's emotions, their decisions, anything. We're just kind of along for the ride, all of us, like, just trying to do our best. And I feel like people don't realize that everyone's literally just trying to do the best in there. And so quick. So
people keep asking why I left. Guys, I got caught with a dab pen. It is illegal in Hawaii, and it was like against my contract for Love Island, for the villa. I wasn't running around the villa high or anything like that. It was just a dab pen. They only found out because another girl asked to hit it, and she asked me directly in her mic. And so they were like, hey, they're like, hey, that is against the rules. So we're going to have to ask you to leave. And so I was like, damn, but you know what? I do it again. So no regrets. I'm like, that was probably the only thing keeping me sane. I was only hitting it at night. I am sad that I only hit it about 3 times during my stay in the villa. And like, it was just before bed. So I'm like, I wish I would have kept it a little bit more interesting and done more with that. And then they also kept my dab pen and sent me home. So that.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about what?
Your new man.
Okay, so everybody wants to know about Bennett. Okay, some people think that we've been dating this whole time. That's not true.
Yeah.
Am I like a big flirt? 1,000%. So basically last year while Bennett was on season 2, I was watching because I had multiple friends on that season. I was also supposed to go on season 2 and on season 1. Season 1... Right? I feel like multiple people have been in casting before but never went through with it. So first year I had a boyfriend. Last year I was a part of a content house that was supposed to get its own reality show, and I was in contract with them. And they're like, we're about to start on this. Sorry, you're in contract. We can't let you go. So I didn't go do last season. And then this year I was like, I'm 100% going to do it. Well, while Bennett was on season 2, as soon as he walked out, I went and Googled him. And I messaged him on Instagram, found his Instagram, and was like, I hope you get kicked out so you could date me. And then we ended up not meeting up because I ended up getting a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend all the end of last year and the beginning of the year. And so, we only talked a few times through DMs. It was never anything deep. It was like, hey, there's a party, you want to come to it? And then I wouldn't answer back for a week and be like, sorry, I just saw this, want to come to this? And then he wouldn't see it for a week. And so there was no real communication. There was no connection or anything. Well, then a month before the show, I was leaving from a photo shoot, and I didn't want to go home because I was supposed to be going out later that night. And I was just like, hey, if I go home, I'm not going to end up going out. So do you want to meet for drinks while I'm waiting on my friends? And so we went for drinks. We ended up hooking up. So yeah, I was like, this man is so hot, but it couldn't be worse timing. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit of a commitment phobe. I was like, absolutely not having a relationship because I really want to do this show. And everybody in LA, the dating pool in LA is so trash. So trash. So I was just like, no, he's hot, but I'm going to keep him at arm's length, right? Well, we ended up hanging out a lot as friends because we have a lot of mutual friends that we didn't even know about until we met up for drinks that day. So we kept running into each other. We hung out as friends. We knew we were attracted to each other, but it was just like I said, couldn't be worse timing. So basically, I went and did the show. And whenever I came back, as soon as I got back to the hotel room from them, yeeting my ass from the villa, I was like, hey, I'm single. and I got kicked out for a dab pin. I was like, you want to pick me up from the airport? So I was still in like my hot girl summer vibe. And then when I got back, he's like, I like you. And I was like, I like that. I like that he was very much, oh, if I talk too much, you can leave. It's totally fine. We don't need you here. Anyways.
Say that?
Somebody said I talk too much. I'm answering questions. Fuck off.
About?
So, yeah, basically we decided that, like, we like each other. I guess we're kind of dating now. There was never, like, an initial, like, will you be my girlfriend? But he's kind of, like, attached himself to me, and I like him. So that's where we're at.
I love that.
Now, me talking about him for, like, 10 minutes straight, taking up the entire interview.
I'm being so excited about your boo. That's exciting. I love that feeling.
Dude, he's so hot. So hot. It's ridiculous. Totally unnecessary.
Hey, do you guys you're both in LA then?
Yeah, we are.
That's perfect.
He lives like 30 minutes from me, but like I live downtown like a dummy, but I'm about to move to like his side of town. So I'm like, I like this guy. I like him a lot. And I'm surprised because going into the show, I was like, I don't even know if I like men still. So that was the hard thing for me. I was like, what if I go in there and I only like the women? And that was a big thing. The first person I was attracted to in the villa was Jenny. And I was just like...
Is she bi?
I love Jenny. Yeah, she is. And so I actually got in trouble by production one day. Not like to be like, only talk about boys, blah, blah, blah. But it was like, she came up and was doing that thing where she was like, so what kind of girls are you interested in? And I was like, I know what you're doing. I see you. I know what you're doing. And she's talking about, like, Im Radikowski, and I was talking about Kristen Stewart for, like, 20 minutes straight. And they're like, hey, that's so great. We love that you love to love women. But let's talk about the people in the villa. And I was like, okay.
Damn, I know. I was actually thinking about that. I was like, I feel like a lot of the women, at least in there, like, we've all probably experimented with women at some point.
Oh, yeah.
And to what degree, I don't know, but I feel like women tend to be more open. I was like, I wonder what would happen if someone shook this whole place up and recoupled with a woman.
Well, I asked if I could take Jenny for a chat. Oh, I asked her, but then I kind of chickened out because then I was like, well, if I got in trouble for talking about Kristen Stewart for 20 minutes, I feel like they would not love for me to only pursue Genevieve. And it was just like, if I would have been in there for longer, if we would have had a chance to be in there for longer, I think I would have definitely done it. But now that we're on the outside, I think a big thing that holds me back is like knowing that we're literally all spread across the U.S. And so I'm like, I don't know. It was a big headache for me. I'm like, I don't want to do long distance. So
Do you not live here?
I live in L.A., but she lives in Philadelphia. I almost said Pennsylvania. Something with a P. She lives in Philly.
Philly. Okay, yeah. Because I remember Shannon, the whole Shannon stuff. I don't know. I didn't get in the drama. I didn't ask much. No one talked about it. By the time you left, I mean, it was hard for anyone to even tell us the reason that you left. So everyone respected you.
They wouldn't let anybody, they wouldn't even let us say goodbye. And that's where I was like, you know what? I did what I did. It's fine for me to leave. But it was more like, they kind of ambushed me. We were all going out to the pool, and then they were like, hey, Leslie, let's talk for a second. And I walked in, and I had already known that they had my dap in and stuff. I gave it to them that morning. And then they were like, hey, so you broke the rules, and we're going to have to ask you to leave, and we need to do this quick. And I was like, but all my friends, can I not say bye? Like,
shocking. I'm surprised.
They were like, we are yeeting you. I did, in fact, get whiplash from how hard I was yeeted from the villa. So I was like, damn, okay. That was like probably my only complaint about the entire show. Like, I understood going into reality TV that we're probably going to get, like, bad edits here and there. Conversations are going to be strategically placed. It is what it is. Like, I have enough personality to stand my ground. I am who I am. But that part, I was like, I just got close with everybody. Now I can't say bye. But I'm excited for all the meetups. I know a lot of people were asking us about New York. So are you going to go to New York?
I'm going, baby. I'm going tomorrow.
I'm so jealous. I talked to Trina this morning and Cash, and they're trying to help me. get on the same plan as everybody, but I'm going to be in Baltimore next week on Tuesday. I couldn't go this weekend because I'm house hunting right now. Like, I move on the 1st, so before I even go, I'm going to have to pack up my entire apartment.
Yeah,
so it was just really bad timing, but I think you guys are going to Miami right after New York, right? Maybe not directly after, but like maybe a week or two after, and then they're coming to LA. I just hope that nobody comes to LA while I'm in Baltimore. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. All I know is that I'm going until Tuesday, and then I'm going to come back here, but I need to go back to New York. I think I'm going to go on a road trip across the country with my friend back to...
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's my second one. So we're just trying to plan that out now and like see how it can work. I want to stop in a few cities and I kind of enjoy it. I have a ticket to London for the 4th of September, which I need to push back. So I have these plans, but like everything's kind of just up in the air with me.
I love to travel, babe. What are you doing in London?
I was just going to visit friends, and I've never been to London before, so I really wanted to explore.
It's nice.
I like waited to, this is one thing also that's bothering me. I really need to get, I need to get my vaccination. Mm-hmm. I haven't gotten it yet. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll come back. My immune system was so low when I got back, like initially, that I was a little afraid to just go and like get that. And because I didn't want to get super sick, and like I know that I have to travel again. So it's the only thing I'm like, oh, like I don't want to catch COVID.
Yeah.
Again. I was relying on my like natural immunity for a minute, but I need to go get vaxxed. So that's why I'm not going to Europe yet. I'm going to wait.
Yeah. I love that you're being responsible. Good job.
I just, I want to be safe and keep everyone else safe and like do my part, whatever. But I'm definitely excited. I might push, I think, just till the end of September.
Yeah, I want to start traveling and stuff, but I'm like, I used to travel a lot, and then I've kind of gotten into like my homebody thing. But then after quarantining for 7 weeks for the show, I was like, I got out and I was like, I need to explore and everything, but it's like such bad timing because I'm moving and whatever. But I have some trips planned for like the end of the year, but I'm trying to get on the same schedule as everybody else so that we can all travel as a group, because it's going to be so much fun. People are asking, I see like a lot of questions about drama. People basically, asking about me and Shannon. Shannon and I never fought. I know it looked like that, but her and I never had any beef. Nobody that I know of on the show has any beef, like outside of it, other than like the two obvious ones. But other than that, it's like, I don't think it's that deep. I feel like we're all going to be okay. So I'm just ready to travel as a group and see everybody, especially because if I have a new house by the time everybody comes back, like I want to have everybody over for dinner or something.
That'd be so fun.
I know. I'm excited. It really was like such a great experience. I mean, like crazy. Yeah. A lot of people are asking how to get into reality TV. Were you scouted, or did you do the, I guess like tryout video?
I just was scouted.
Same.
Yeah, they reached out to me, and like I said, I was literally this close to going last season. They called me, and when they called me, they wanted me to go, 3 days from then, and I was like, dude, I can't. Like, I had a serious job, and I was with my family. It was like in the middle of the pandemic. It was really bad timing for me. So they reached out again this year. That's why I was in between companies. I was like, actually, this is pretty good timing. So I went, and I am so grateful for the experience.
Yeah, no, it's so much fun. I'm glad I did it. I mean, it was sad to leave, but at the same time, like, the days are so controlled because like it has to have a bit of a schedule to it, or else like we're just going to be all over the place. And like, the whole quarantine thing was already a lot for me. I've never sat so still in my life. I mean, people are asking about like COVID and stuff in it. Guys, we had to be alone. We only had one chaperone take care of us the entire time. We were alone in our rooms. Even what's it called? The hotel maids couldn't come in. They would just drop sheets off for us at the door. If we needed cleaning supplies, they would bring it to us. We got COVID tested every other morning at like 6:30, 7 a.m., including in the villa. So they made sure we were very safe.
Yeah, and we aren't supposed to know who's going in, so we had to be on times like we couldn't see anyone else in passing. It's a surprise, you know, and I get that. I'm actually glad they didn't, because like I wouldn't have wanted to see everyone who was going in, and like what if you knew someone? So I do like the element of surprise there, but it was definitely very like it was a very solo month or so, and I kind of liked it. I kind of like disconnecting from social media and my phone, and like I was reading a lot. I was watching like all these shows that I never always wanted to see, never did, and journaling. Like, I don't know, I felt like it was a very introspective time. I really enjoyed it. It was hard though, but like in retrospect, I definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, no. I'm like kind of working on doing another show right now, but it's definitely not a dating show. And it's just like friends hit me up. I didn't like reach out for this. It's not like a reality show that's already active or anything. I'm hoping that Love Island lets me do it, because we are in contract to where we're in another show, unless like we run it through them. Obviously it can't be like another dating show, like a competing one. That's just how it works. But this one's not. This one's like a content house, and I can't say who's going to be in it and stuff, but it's going to be like a country content house, so I'm really excited for that. So I'm like, I hope that one goes through. I hope I get cast for it, because my content doesn't really say country, but I feel like if you talk to me and like the things that I do could be very country. So I don't know. I'm glad that this was like, gave me a little insight on it. Like for this next show I'm going to do, definitely not going to bring a dab pen, or I'll just be sneakier about it. So, yeah, somebody in here was saying that I was trying to hide from that. I'm not hiding from it. It's not my fault that you were late to this live, and you missed me talking about it, so. Ooh. Goodness. Okay, guys, should we read a few questions on here? You do look like Tori Kelly.
Dude, I don't know how to take that one.
Why? She's hot. I think they just... You know, whenever people say that you look like somebody, it's not saying that you look like them to a T. It could just be like the shape and color and style of your hair with like your face shape. I think
that's a big part of it, because I was getting like Jessica Simpson. I was getting all sorts of stuff, and I was like, kinda.
They want you to talk about Charlie. Guys, they're chilling.
We're just getting to know each other more and figuring everything out. We just had some ups and downs, you know, and like we got to figure out what the outside looks like for us.
That's so cute. Where does he live?
He lives in San Diego, so he's pretty close.
Oh, that's not far. That's good.
I think that's one of the only reasons, like, it's, you know, well, not one of the only, but, you know, it's like, it's a pretty short drive, so that's nice.
Yeah. I feel like they just kind of pluck us from all over the place, and then they're like, okay, fall in love. Yeah. Just so on the outside you can have more problems.
I know. So. Figure it out. Let's see what else they're saying. There's a question button. Why did you... Thoughts on the potential... Oh my God. Do you think you have a job as an influencer? Why did you leave? Are the body positive questions annoying or condescending? So, actually, this is something that I did want to talk about, because the press was saying I was plus size. I'm actually not plus size. And I didn't know how to address that really, because, you know, I'm a size 6, which isn't a plus size. I'm definitely curvy, but I feel kind of like it was weird, because I don't know how to react to that or what to say, really.
Yeah.
You know, not in a negative way at all. I just don't want to, like, let anyone down either. I don't know. Yeah. It's like, it's one of those hard things to address for me, because, the media was portraying me as like, you know, they were like, oh, you know, former plus size Playboy model, blah, 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 blah. But I just am, you know, on the curvier side.
Yeah, I think maybe just because you are curvier, that it's an opportunity for you to, because your body is very different than mine. I mean, I'm itty bitty. I've been the same size since the 7th grade, and so I think it was just like, for them, you being the different body type, it's just kind of like it's giving you this platform for other girls with your same body type, you know?
I'm proud to be that voice, because it was, you know, it is a little daunting going into an experience, having like with the knowledge that everyone is like a size 0 or 2 and being like significantly curvier than the other girls. And like the amount of positive, you know, like the positive reaction I've gotten from it is so like heartwarming and amazing, because I dealt with like body dysmorphia and eating disorders for many years, especially with modeling and stuff. And I told everyone I'd post like a photo of what I looked like when I was severely underweight. Like, it doesn't even look like me. I'm not the same person. And I've come such a long way. And like, I'm so glad that they let me talk about that on the show. Even though it wasn't aired on a regular episode, which I was definitely a little bummed about, because I feel like that could have been a really nice thing for all the girls or people in general to see, you know, kind of on the mainstream show.
Yeah.
Like on like, well, I don't even know, it was like a Paramount Plus feature.
Yeah.
But I really wish that they, you know, would kind of start opening up the show to more body types and have more diversity in that way, because it's nice to see people of all shapes and sizes. And I don't know, it's just that
That's facts. I will say that, like, because of the type of guys that they bring on, that was a big reason why I couldn't, like, really vibe. Like, I love the guys. I think they're great. But on a mental level, Cinco was the only person that I could really click with, if that makes sense. And it's not to call the guys, like, vain or anything like that. But I'm just into, like, I'm more spiritual, and, like, I'm totally that bitch that carries crystals in my purse, and, like, I just like people that are a little bit more out there and a little weird, because I'm weird. And so whenever you only bring on these jock type of guys, because typically the guys that are, like, more cut and have abs, like, 90% of them are trainers coming into the show. I'm like, it's not really open to all these different open minds, you know? It's kind of putting the guys in one specific thing. And I'm somebody that's dated all different types of body types. You know, I've dated transgendered, they were born as men and trans to women, and I've gone on dates with them, and I'm somebody that's very open. And so I feel like the only other person out of the guys that was kind of like on the same wavelength as me might have been Christian, but I wasn't around him enough to be able to make that connection, you know? And I will say that I wish that they would, you know, make the show a little less vain, because we had very deep conversations. I think all of us did, and I'm so glad that yours got aired on Paramount Plus. But Genevieve and I were made to look like we were only there for social media, but we opened up about very deep things. I opened up about abusive relationships, the fact that I used to be a dancer and had a drug addiction. You know, she talked about the issues that she has with her father and addiction. And like we talked about very deep things. Like, we really opened up to the girls. I really opened up to Cinco and Corey. And so it was kind of a slap in the face whenever I got off and found out that they tried to portray me as this girl that only cares about social media, just because of the one day that I tried to take pictures in the bikini that they bought for me and dressed me in. Yeah. And so that's where it's like, you didn't have to do that. You know, like, yes, I do have social media, but that is 1000% not all that I talk about. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where I try to fight for everybody. And just say that, like, we are much deeper than what the show portrays us to be. But, I mean, I'm glad that, you know, it might be a bit of a shock for you, because, like, you're not a plus-size model, but I think that it's a very beautiful opportunity. Yeah, it didn't bother me at all. It didn't bother me at all for people to say that, you know, I was like, I'm just glad to represent, like, someone of a fuller figure, like, in general, you know, and, like, hopefully they can get, you know, girls of literally all shapes and sizes on there moving forward. I mean, that
be like amazing. Unfortunately, we don't cast these shows, and I think they do a great job with casting. And I mean, we're all amazing women and men, and but hopefully it's just moving in the right direction.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I cast these shows based off of personalities and vanity, just because like it's more fun for people to watch, I guess. But I feel like they could definitely take a risk and open it more, like just make it like, okay, like we're gonna bring in all different kinds of people instead of just like the type of people that just the societal beauty standard, and just like I don't know, I feel like it's hotter to me, just because I'm so much more open. Like, I would actually love to see bisexual men on there. Does that, like, that turns me on. I don't care. I have, like,
I'm also
for that.
I'm also a very open person. I'd like to, like, I just saw someone in the comments who said, like, invite more dad bods. I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, let's throw a bunch of different types of people in there and see what happens. But, there were literally so many people casted for this, too, that we didn't even get the chance to meet.
Yeah.
And, who knows what they, had in store. But it's very interesting. Everything's like a chess game, just trying to fit everyone together, make sure people vibe, and,
It really is hard because so many people come out and they don't realize that after the first 2 weeks of quarantine, a big group of people get sent home and don't even come on to the show. So they are trying to fit our personalities in there together. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody on the back end trying to put those personalities that might clash together in there as well because they want to make it a bit interesting, but
there's just so much that goes into it, and I respect the hell out of all the producers and like everyone involved in the process. I think they did a really good job overall, and I'm just grateful for the experience.
It was great. I mean, now it's just like thinking about how we're all going to be outside of that environment without that pressure. Like, nobody's going to be fighting. There's not going to be like, the challenges where it pins us all against each other. It's not going to be like that. And so it's just like, I feel like everybody's going to simmer down after the show. Whoever has a little bit of beef, it's going to be in the past, and we're just going to have fun. So,
yeah, for sure. Well, let's see if there's anything else. I do have to go to a meeting soon.
You look good. Guys, I might stay on here by myself and answer some questions, so y'all don't head out just yet if y'all want to ask some personal things. So, yeah, so maybe we can... I don't see anything necessarily for me. Do you? Let me see if there's any, like, little group questions.
So many.
I feel like it's all things that we've already covered, but I'll, like, cover a couple of the tedious ones, like why I left, about New York, and things like that. But these all look like questions that we've already seen.
Well, it was so nice to meet you. We have to hang out in real life.
Very down. Guys, this was our first time having, like, a real conversation. We've literally kind of, like, chatted and set this up.
Yeah. So I'm really glad that this happened, and thank you all for listening. And yeah, we should definitely get together in real life and maybe do this again.
Yay! Okay, girl. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm staying on. Okay. I don't typically do Instagram live, so I'm not going to do this for very long because sometimes y'all get... No, seriously, whenever we kind of like found each other on Instagram, I wasn't watching the show, but I was keeping up with the Love Island Instagram, and I really liked her. I was like, there's something about her, I guess just in her pictures, where she just seemed like really cool and like really rock and roll, and I was like, I like this girl. So, yeah. So, yes, I've collabed with the Nelk Boys. Who am I dating now? Bennett and I are basically dating. There was never an official, like, will you be my boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, but like I said, as soon as I left the show, he was just like, I like you, and he's made it a point to, like, come over and make me dinner every other night and, like, invite me to things, and he's taking me out, showing me off, and, like, I don't think that, yeah, I mean, I think that we're gonna be together. Him and I are totally on the same vibe, though, so... Can't believe how poorly they portrayed you. You have so much soul and you're so deep. I'm so sorry. You know what? Like, it is what it is. I knew what I was signing up for going on to a reality show. I know exactly how it is. I'm a little bummed because before I went on, I actually did talk to production about how scared I was of the producers, just because I worked in the entertainment industry for a while and I know how that shit goes. And so if I only caught one bad edit, you know, it's whatever, because it brought people to my page and I was able to show exactly who I am. People are going to pass judgment and it's fine, but you guys are being fed a narrative. It's up to you to just kind of like take it with a grain of salt and just, you know, give people a chance, because you guys really aren't seeing everybody's personality. I know everybody thought that Jeremy was kind of a dud. So did I, because we watched the episodes before we go in. And I went in thinking like, oh, that guy is so boring. And Jeremy is hilarious. He's very, very funny. I understand that they can't catch everything that he says because it's just so quick. But dude is hilarious. Am I close with any of the girls from season 2? I started watching because my friend Caitlin Anderson was on there, and I had actually done a shoot with her at the end of 2019, and we worked together a few times, but we weren't like super close. We still talk from time to time, but like I said, we're not like best friends, and we have to collab together. And then I also knew Mercedes Daniels before she went on as well, so I was surprised to see her go in. And then I didn't know Bennett whenever he was on season 2, but I did DM him from there. And that is like what sparked us meeting. So my contract with Love Island, it's actually with CBS, is for a year long. No plastic surgery. I have lip injections, I have Botox, which it's basically gone now, so I don't really even have that anymore. But no plastic surgery. I left because I got caught with a dab pin. So there's that. The difference between bisexual and pansexual. So being bisexual is only being attracted to men who are born as men and women who are born as women. Pansexual just kind of opens that door to saying, like, I could be attracted to a trans man or trans man or woman, or somebody who's non-binary. Basically, it takes away that thing about gender. Like, I don't really care what you have downstairs or what you identify as. I'm more of like, you know, what's on your head? What's up, Giovanni? Oh my God, guys. Giovanni was the person I was going after in the villa, and I got there, and literally we're all sitting there waiting for the boys to come out to, like, surprise them and be like, hey, like, there's new girls in the villa, like, first day of Casa Amor. And all the guys walked out. I didn't say anything to them. I said, where's Giovanni? Where is he? Because I asked production. I was like, do not lie to me. Is that man in there or not? Because, kid you not, whenever we would watch the episodes, I would be like, Giovanni's not on the screen. I don't care. And I would sit and talk to my chaperone because he was the only one in there with personality. And I was like, I can match that energy. So, yeah, I was very, like, great. Like, none of these boys have a personality. I learned later on getting to know them. Jeremy! Everybody always asks who my favorite person was in the villa. I'm going to say Jeremy. Jeremy had me rolling every single day. He's hilarious. R.I.P. Giovanni. Yay! Me and the girls would do that like every single time we were leaving the dressing room. I don't know if it ever showed it. They were like, stop talking about guys that aren't in the villa. So at one point, all of us girls at Casa Amor went and got on, we called it the Olivia bed because it was the only open bed during Casa Amor. And we're like, they kicked you out because you stopped paying rent. Oh my God. Ooh, stop it. I got a man now. I'm going to get in trouble on here. What's it called? We all went and sat on the Olivia bed. That's what we called it. We're like, okay, we're going to make these guys pick who's going to go into these beds tonight. And they all wouldn't say anything. We're like, y'all pick. Where do y'all want us? Because we had picked on the first night. And they wouldn't say it. And we're like, fuck y'all. Because if Giovanni was here, we would have all just been in his bed. So let's be real. Oh, they did show it? Hey, I started that. I do have a crush. I have a crush on everybody, though. That was me going into the villa. Like, I would say my first pick from day one of the show airing was Shannon. She's so hot. And I honestly, like, I know that you guys think that she's aggressive, but she's just aggressively herself. She does have a lighter side to her. You guys just don't see it. I think that she's just misunderstood because she is just like very protective of the people that she loves. Olivia, hi. Oh my God, not everybody being in here. Hi, on my live stream. No. But yeah, no, it was really fun being in there with everybody. Now I'm all like flustered. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I love Olivia. I hate that some of you feel so strong, like, hatred towards some of us in the villa. Like, it's so ridiculous because everybody's so cool. So it's just unnecessary. I feel like if y'all, like, pay attention to each person's, like, page from now on, then you're going to see the vibes, and you're going to see that we all just got, like, a couple bad edits. So we outside. Add Olivia. Does anybody want to join the live stream right now? Who was on the show, not anybody random. Let me see how to do that. It took me and Alana. I should have asked her how she pronounces her name. I think it's Alana. It took us like 10 minutes to get her into the chat because I didn't know. I feel like Jeremy and Giovanni are like out and about right now. I'm going to add Olivia. I'm adding her right now, so I don't know. It took us a while to figure it out. It worked. What's up,
hey,
girl?
Baby. I literally am just getting my hair extensions pushed up because it's been, as you know, rough. 2 months, no hair extensions, no nails. Your girl got new nails, new hair. The glow up is real.
This was the first thing I did. Whenever I was in the hotel going into the villa, I bought bleach and hair dye from Sally's down the road, and I made my chaperone move up my tape-ins. I was like, I am not going in there like this. Whenever I got back, I set up a hair appointment, and the back of my hair was matted. I felt like a non-cared for golden retriever. Like a neglected golden retriever. I literally had mats in my hair.
I'm like, wait, we're supposed to look cute, so what's happening? But hey, it is what it is. You look fabulous, by the way. I'm loving the blue hair.
Thank you. Yeah, I got out, and I was like, I need to do something. I was like caged animal for too long. I was like, I need to do something. Going back to blue.
Hey guys. I know it's actually my first live. I was just like, I'm going to hop on and say hi real quick. My phone is on 10% because you know how it is. On my phone all day. Just busy. And
I know. I just talked to Trina this morning, and she's like, shit's too crazy right now. Like, no, I can't even use my phone.
No, literally. And then also, we're going to New York. Are you coming?
No, because I'm house shopping, and I'm going to Baltimore literally on Tuesday. Okay, so I was just
we'll figure something out because I think that we're going to Miami after that, or I might be going to Virginia Beach right after that. We'll see.
That's what, my little sister is in Virginia Beach, and she's driving up to see me the 25th through the 27th because we're going to be going out in like downtown Baltimore and stuff. So she's going to come up with me and stay with me from Virginia Beach for a few days. I know why you're going to be in Virginia Beach.
Oh my God, why?
I'm going to be with Bennett in Baltimore. I'm like, let's go home.
Wait, let's meet up.
Okay, I'm so down. Like, we're going to be out there. We were even thinking about that weekend. I know that it's Bennett's dad's birthday, so I think we're going to be busy that weekend, but maybe like Monday or Tuesday, either going up to New York. I don't know how far that is from y'all, or we could meet in the middle. Like, he's pretty open to us doing whatever, and like, I'm a little adventurer, so I told Corey, I was like, hey, I'm going to be over there, so if anybody, I told Cache and Trina this morning, I was like, I'm going to be on that part of America, so if anybody wants to link while I'm there, I'm down for it. When are you planning on Miami?
Girl, I don't know. At this point, it's like minute by minute, but
I know. I can't keep up.
It's crazy. We're going to New York. I just got one way, and then I think we're either going to Miami. I might go to Virginia Beach, and then we're just gonna keep the world tour flowing, wherever the wind takes us. So, guys, in this chat, put the city that you want us to go to. Maybe we'll swing by.
I was gonna say, you guys are banned from LA until I get back. If you guys come here without me, I will be so sad. I will be hurt.
No. And honestly, girl, I do need a beat. Like, I feel like I'm like, not me and Corey winning Love Island and like just being like totally off the internet. But like, I'm just like, it's been a lot, and like, I'm just, amazing things, all positivity, honestly. But I'm tired. You know how it is? We slept 3 hours a night, dude. I'm like, yo, I need
We were
to sleep.
delirious.
I'm delirious. I'm still delirious. Like, we just got back in town. I just got back yesterday, the day before yesterday. And I haven't slept still. And I've just been answering, like, calls and, like, reaching out to my family and friends and whatnot. So, once I sleep today, me and Corey will probably go live or something and just chat with y'all.
Giovanni said take a shot, and all I can think about is Red Bull shots. At like,
wait, what did you say? Take a shot? I can't read.
He said take a shot because you're tired, and I said,
hi, Giovanni. What up, boy? I know. Honestly, I should. Okay, so did you tell the Red Bull story?
No, guys. Every day at lunch, we would take Red Bull shots because Cache had never had Red Bull before until Casa Amor. And so, literally, they would play the shot song, and they would line up and pour out shots of Red Bull because we couldn't have alcohol. And we're all just, like, taking shots whenever, pretending like we're drunk, like, slamming our drinks down, everything. And it's literally just, like... it wasn't, what was it, like stale Red Bull because they put it in like a little pour out container thingy?
No, yeah, because you can't have labels, so it was in like a bucket. And
we had a bucket of Red Bull.
Whatever we had to do, I was like, okay, so we're going to pour these shots. We pour doubles all the time because you know what it is. And we would take these shots, and then we would literally be like, okay, I'm feeling something. How are you feeling? And that's like how
you're fucking wasted.
We were just wasted because we were so tired, you guys. And like, I mean, honestly, like, when you're that tired, like, you really have to just do whatever it takes to get yourself moving. And, yeah, let's just say that we definitely all need sleep. How was your sleep schedule when you got back? Were you good?
So I have a cat, and she's very verbal, and whenever I got back, her sleep schedule was off. So the bitch is, like, nocturnal now. So it's been absolutely terrible. I mean, like... I've been having to sleep with my door open at night because she wants to go outside. And she's like, she never shuts up. So it's been a mess. I've just been staying up in it. I'm like, let me
have you, girl, you have so much to tell me.
I know. It happened really quick. I mean, I met him a month before the show. We were hooking up, and then I was like, this is all that it can be because I'm about to leave and go find love on an island. So bye. Bye, boy.
Okay.
Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then I got back, and he was like, I hit him up from the hotel. Like, they yeeted me from the villa, and then they were like, you have a flight in 3 hours. I was like, okay, you're ripping me from the island. I have whiplash. And so I, like, called him. I was like, hey, like, I'm about to be on a flight. You want to come pick me up? And he's like, so you're single?
Story.
Yeah. And I was like,
no,
so,
that was
like,
crazy, though. Like, I just realized we did not get to say bye to each other. That's, like, crazy. I was like...
It hurt my feelings.
On the couch and, we all stood on the couch and was like, wait, what? She's gone. And so I'm like, girl. And like I said, like, I'm going to reach out to everyone eventually. It's just a lot, just as you know. So
No, I'm totally fine. I know exactly. Because I went through it before y'all did because y'all were still in there.
Stuck in the villa.
Yeah, but literally Shannon's spidey senses were fucking tingling because as soon as we all walked out, she's like, something's about to happen. And then they were like, let's talk to you for a second. And I go inside and they're like, you broke the rules, you need to leave and we got to do this quickly. And I was like, I can't even like say bye. So that was like,
did you talk about that at all?
Huh?
Have you talked about that?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've talked about it. It is what it is. It's just their protocol and they like took notes for me. They're like, you know, like, this wasn't okay for you, okay, like, that lets us know for next time, and I was like, okay, like, I understand, like, whenever you get dumped from the villa, you have to clear out quickly, but you couldn't have spared 5 minutes for me to say bye.
No, I know, when me and Corey, like, the finale, like, we were doing interviews, because, like, we won or whatever, so we were doing interviews, and then we go back in the dressing room, and it was just madhouse, people throwing things in suitcases, like, go, get in the van, we're like, wait, what, we didn't even get to say bye to the villa, like, but I mean, it's
crazy,
it's comical, honestly. But yeah, it's crazy. It's that things move really fast.
My hair is spinning.
Yeah. So it was crazy, but I just want to let you know and let everyone know that Leslie's freaking amazing, such a light, honestly. And
I fucking love you.
Yeah, and like she was literally like my little sister in the villa. You know, we had great conversations. I don't know. I haven't seen the show, so I don't know what has aired.
I won't watch it. I have anxiety.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like be that critical of myself yet.
Well, and it's not. I know that it's not completely correct because I saw some edits of myself, and I was like, that's not true. And so I was just like, let's just leave it at that. Then it is what it is. People are going to make their assumptions. All we can do is be ourselves. Giovanni is literally here in the whole life. He's our biggest fan right now.
I'm like, we're going to wait till tomorrow. We're going to behave because I drank last night and I felt like I was 16 years old again and I couldn't handle my alcohol, not in the way of getting too drunk, but in the way of I'm so struggle bus today and I had 3 drinks. So
oh my God. My first time drinking whenever I got back was for Carrington's birthday from season 2. I ended up meeting up with, I got to meet Amy. So I met up with me and Bennett went to this place in LA and it was with Carrington, Mackenzie, Selly, and Amy. And that was a lot. Carrington is definitely a hype man whenever it comes to drinking. So
oh God, really?
We were just like, we were dancing on tables and everything. And I was like, this is a lot. And I was dead the entire next day. I was like, it really cannonballed back into LA. So add Giovanni in. How do I do that?
Girl, I'm gonna request don't ask me, I'm freaking 29, I'm old.
I am 24 and I don't even own a computer, so I don't know how.
I'm dead.
It took me and Alana had like a whole like scheduled 12 o'clock thing that we were gonna do minutes just to get her into the live. Okay.
Oh really?
I sent the request. Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. We were both. It's like somebody has to be on live. Oh my God, Jeremy, I love you. Hi, I miss you.
What's up? I'm literally in a towel right now. What's up?
Oh my God, a naked man.
Why Livy got off? I got smoke.
Her phone died. Her phone literally just died. She's on 10%.
I was gonna get some smoke. How you been, Leslie?
I'm good. Where y'all at right now?
New York.
New York? Yeah. I'm fucking sad because I can't come this weekend.
Why not?
I'm house shopping. I move like on the 1st, and then I go to Baltimore on Tuesday.
Hey, you know what? You need to relax.
When are I going to Miami? Because nobody has any answers. Shannon's in here.
I'm trying to go in like a couple weeks.
Okay, good. Save it for that, and y'all are not allowed to come to here because I'll have my feelings hurt.
Huh? No, yeah, I want to try to go for like Labor Day, I think.
I'm like, Shannon's in here. Shannon, do you want to join?
Add them all like Pokemon. You want to catch
Oh my God. I'm going to try to find her.
Hey,
Shannon.
Yo, you going to crack it or what? The beer?
Wait.
Okay. The beer? I got you. I don't care where I'm at. Just crack it. Gee.
What do y'all have planned today?
Huh?
What do y'all have planned today?
I don't know. We about to get some dinner. We about to go STK and get kicked out.
Oh my God. So, Jeremy, you were sitting there and Corey, like I saw it on like a little clip, people are tagging me in. Corey predicted me getting kicked out of the villa.
Oh, he did?
He did. He was like, we're about to get kicked out of here. Oh, Olivia's back. Her phone's charged.
She's reloaded. Okay.
Yeah. Phone died, huh?
There she is.
I'm like watching him running. How are you?
I'm doing great right now. How about yourself, sweetie?
I'm good. I just got my hair done for the first time in 2 months. My nails did. And a spray tan. So, yeah, the glow up is becoming more real.
You got the spray tan?
I got a spray tan.
For what? You was just in Hawaii for like 2 months. That tan, that sun tan out there is crazy.
I know, honestly. It was